Alrighty, well, welcome to MacBean. Sky's Fitness, Farm, Prepping and Wildlife, taking a walk to the pond. And I'm actually going to include this in my premiere. So the first part will be starting the cooking, and it'll be my walk, and then it'll be the finished effects. Oh look, we got a monarch butterfly. They should be heading south here pretty soon. And we got a big old bee. Here we go, there's a butterfly. Oh, there's two of them. You can see there's a bunch of them out here. We had a big bee here. There he is. Look at the size of that baby. That's the bumblebee. And you got little sweat bees. I don't know if you can see him. There's the monarch. So they're all feeding on the nectar. Got our old yellow and white butterflies and dark yellow. Ah, something's different. What could it be? Something seems to be missing. Ah, I see tracks. Tractor tracks. Not exactly where I wanted them to come through. That's what that's for. Looks like that's the way they went out. But that's all right. It's my field. So, oh, look at there's a nice little presentation. So they're nectaring up, getting ready to head south. They should be moving pretty quickly too. Now there's the habitat, which I'll probably be adding to. I think we got birds flying through there. I'll have a little trimming to do. Anything at the pond? Birds, lots of birds. More birds. A rain would be helpful. Just saying. So let's go for a walk. Not gonna be a long one. Kind of take in the scenery here. There's a monarch butterfly still feeding away. They're really colorful. There's another one called the Viceroy. Just a slightly smaller version, looks the same. And even a painted lady looks similar to them. And it's good because the monarch butterfly feeds on milkweed as a caterpillar. It makes it very, very unappetizing for birds. And the birds don't tend to eat them. There we go. Oh, got the last mow done. These trees I pulled up at my grandma's place 20 years ago. We literally pulled them out of the ground. They were maybe a foot high. Transplanted one. And then we did have one that died. I literally was, and I might insert that in between the videos here just for a little fun video. And so I'm kind of burning it down before it falls down, and I'll burn it the rest of the way. Alright, well, we took the puppy version last time, so we'll take the standard version this time. Did bring a bag just in case. There was a drunk fest. Oh, they opened up the gate for me so they get their tractor in. So I guess I'll try to get out here with the mower and mow that down here real quick. Interesting. I usually close the gate to mow it, but that works. Alrighty. So let's get this party started. So they've been short walks lately just because of my time restraint. I would like to get a nice long one in. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Oh boy, the sun's out. So it got warm all of a sudden. I'd actually switched to a regular t-shirt versus my tank top. I'm thinking that probably wasn't necessary. You can see all those yellow flowers are now have budded out. And I'll grab some of the buds. See if I can get them to spread out a bit. Throw this somewhere else down the road. Somebody's popcorn bag, are you kidding me? So a lot of harvesting. Well, the bean fields are now down, which is cool. This is usually a good time for me to take a hike back in the woods. So that's another option. If the weather's good, maybe we'll do a shot back in the woods, and I just might push my bench off until Friday. Well, they're getting ready to go somewhere. Got the combine, got the tractor pulling the storage bins. Looks like they're set up for corn. So I wonder if they're going to hit that field. And that's just it. This is the time to try to get all this stuff done as much as possible. So they're on a quest to get everything rolling. Now if they're turning this way, I'm gonna get the hell out their way. And they are. I'll shoot over this side of the road. He's definitely set up for corn. And he's there to pick up the corn after it gets combined. Those used to be the big tractors. Now they're the little ones. So, you can see how much road they take up. You always got to make sure you leave earlier than usual. Because you get behind one of them, the best they can do is about 30 miles an hour. In a road like this, you're not going to get around them. And I always leave early anyway. So, I'm going to go to a likely spot to throw these buds out. Try to get those flowers to spread out. Beautiful day. Gotta take advantage of them while I have them. You just don't know when it's going to stop. So they mow this a lot. But it's hard to mow right here where the fence is. That's where I'm going to drop them. And then we'll see next year or the year after that if they start producing. I'm going to pretty much do that with every walk. Grab about 5 buds and put them in strategic areas. The butterflies feed on those a lot, so it's good for them. So this is what I talk about. Just get out in the sun. Have your body produce the vitamin D. It's relaxing. You can kind of plan the day out. And it's also what I mean by multitasking, because back home, acorn squash is cooking. So, looking at these cans that I've squashed and kicked on the road, and I'll still see them kind of get blown out here. Haven't seen anything new yet, which is a good sign. Used to be almost any time I walk down here, I'd find 5 or 6 more cans thrown out there. So This will probably come down by the weekend. I'm sure they're probably prioritizing their fields. And the farmers, most of them have full-time jobs. So it's been if they work first, second, or third shift, then they're going to pull another 8-10 hours taking down their fields. So it's hard work. Oh, bluebird or dove. There we go. Maybe I'll zoom up a little bit so the next time it pops up we get a better view. Unless it decided just to duck in the corn. Which it might have. Nothing wrong with doing that. There you go. Sometimes you just gotta sit still and make them a little nervous. And then you can flush them. They'll be heading south pretty soon. They don't really stay out here for the winter. They'll fill up corn and they'll head down towards Florida. I know we used to get a lot of them when I lived down in Florida. Ah, such a beautiful day. So anyway, all serious, if you are out in the cities or shopping areas, be wary of your surroundings. If you have the ability, take something with you for security, whichever level that might be. I think the next couple of weeks are going to be the most dangerous. And if I were them, I would wait about 2 weeks, and everybody's level of security would relax. My prediction is within about 2 to 3 weeks there will be something here in the States. I hope it's not true, but that's just my feeling. Just knowing the type of people we're dealing with and what they're willing to do. Biggest wars been over religion. Just saying, religion and warm water ports. Oil. But nothing like a religious war to really get a lot of innocent people killed. And innocent people are going to get killed. That's every major war. It's a civilian population that suffers the worst. And that's why when you've got Democratic politicians pushing to ban certain ways of protecting yourself, you need to be concerned. Because when the shit hits the fan, alright, they can call on the state police, they can call on Secret Service, they can call on National Guard, they can call on a lot of resources to protect themselves. We don't have that. Basically, we gotta protect ourselves. So, my confusion is, considering how many gun owners we have, and I'm related to one of them who's confused, is why you would vote Democrat. Not saying Republican Party's a saint, because they're not. But if you're a gun owner and you vote Democrat, I'm confused. Your logic fails me. Because they are about keeping power. And once they ban a certain thing, well, they'll go for the next one here in Illinois. They've banned any. Well, they haven't banned it. They want you to register it. What comes after a registration, I wonder? Any semi-automatic weapon that can take a magazine greater than 10 rounds. And it's about 90% what's sold out there. It only leaves the wheel guns. Doesn't make you safer. Makes them safer. Doesn't make you safer. I mean, surprise, surprise. Israel's relaxing their gun control and going to allow people to be able to carry. They have guns. What changed? Oh yeah. 1,200 civilians got killed because they did not have the ability to defend themselves. Not that would have kept civilians from getting killed, but it had lowered the number significantly. And you idiots think it wouldn't. You need to start reading some books. Stop listening to the incredible stupid statements you see from your democratic leaders. So I'm just saying, if you're a gun owner and you vote Democrat, you're confused. That's all I can say. I don't mean to go on a rant, but it is what it is. They are after your guns. You know, Beto O'Rourke says he's after your guns. Joe Biden's after your guns. They're not hiding it anymore. So you got an election coming up, 2024. So if you value your Second Amendment, it's not who I'd be voting for. If you don't think that's the case, you need to do some research. Don't just take my word for it. Get out there and do some of your own research. Stop blindly believing the BS they put out there. You know, read some history. All right, every time weapons have been taken away from the populace, bad things happen. I mean, look what the government's doing in Australia and New Zealand during COVID. They threw people in jail because they weren't going along with the state propaganda. If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Another reason not to vote Democrat. If you have a daughter, granddaughter, girlfriend or wife who plays sports, or is even in school, if you're not okay with a male who I kind of suck, so I'm going to say I'm a female now and compete, or just found a way to get in the woman's bathroom and you vote Democrat, it's on you. It's just telling you. It is on you. Guys, got to start voting with your brain. I voted different party tickets. I didn't like a candidate, I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote Republican for governor in this state because he wasn't a Republican, he was just another Democrat. I had a choice between, one evil and another evil, so, I voted off ticket. Was he going to get elected? No. But there's no way he was going to get my vote. He wasn't a Democrat. He wasn't a Republican. He was a Democrat. Trying to act like one. I judge people by their actions. So, if you believe in the Second Amendment, you believe in the First Amendment, you believe in women should feel safe in school, and they should feel safe in the locker room, and they should feel safe in the bathroom, and you vote Democrat? I don't know. This is why evil exists. Because you don't stop it. And here's a way of stopping it with no violence. You just stop it by voting. Tell them, you're not the party of John F. Kennedy. You've went off the deep end. And you need to reel it in. How we're making policy based on less than 1% of the population just astounds me. It's stupid. That's all there's to it. And so many people just blindly believe what they see. I research everything. I find probably a good 70% of the stuff that's presented out there is at least 50% misleading. At least. The best lies start with some truth, and then they draw a different conclusion. So remember that. Check them 3 levels deep, because the best lies start with the truth. Now, I need to get this rant out there. Hopefully YouTube won't spank me too much on it. Hopefully it's deep enough into the premiere that they won't catch it. But we'll find out. Inquiring minds would like to know. So just get out there, exercise, rest, nutrition, eat good food. Look at the labels. You know, even if you're paying a little bit more, in the long term, it'll keep you healthier. So read those labels. You know, it used to be look for the Union label. Now, check the ingredients. Did my blood work. Now, they didn't do an EKG, and they did last year, so I'm curious about that. I don't know if they just forgot. I just did my pulse and my blood pressure and took 2 vials of blood. I'm gonna have to ask the doctor about that. Because last time I did an EKG, of course, it was perfect. I don't think anything's changed. If anything, I think I'm about 5 pounds lighter than I was last time I took my physical. I know my belly, I think, was less. So next Tuesday, I have a conversation with the doctor. And then I will share that with everybody. I feel it should be a good checkup, but you know, that's why you do these things. Make sure you're staying healthy. The time, let me see. She's getting pretty close to, I think like in 20 minutes after I end this video, the squash should be done and the eggs. So the third part will be me peeling the eggs and cutting up the squash and cutting up a pepper and probably a tomato. And then I'm going to throw some quick 15-second videos in there just for entertainment. Just for shits and giggles. Hope you appreciate it. I'll find out by the number of views I get. You know, at work I can't hear the conversations, but I pop on the channels that I favor and try to say hello to a few people and hit the thumbs up. You know, get a comment in there to help your algorithms, and I would appreciate returning the favor. I know a lot of you do, and I do appreciate it. I do want the channel to grow. I'm about less than 400 away from 10,000 subs. When I do hit like 10,050, as you know, you can just lose a bunch all of a sudden with YouTube. I'll have a giveaway, and the prizes will be Scottish Fitness t-shirt, coffee mug, or my daughter's book. I think it'll be the ones I offer. It'll be your choice. And it should be fun. I'll invite a couple creators to join, and hopefully I can schedule a time where they can do that. Understand everybody has a life, including me. A lot of times we just can't fit it in there, but I'll probably send out emails beforehand and inquire what day and time would be the best. personally, I'm thinking, Saturday, morning would be the best for me. But a lot of creators are not doing anything on Saturday, so hopefully they'll be free. But I've had Rudy on here, I've had Jason, Michael, Ray, I've had Alan. So hopefully we can get a pretty good show going. It'll see. It's a busy world out there, and I know with the bigger creators, they got a lot of stuff going on. They're far busier than I am. I just keep trying to multitask it in there. So here, a little walk to the pond, a little cooking, a few other things, and I think I'll be able to put together almost an hour premiere. Anything more than that's just too long. So everybody, just the only sad part now that the fields are down, it's going to get a little more bleak. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, go for walks, enjoy life. Nutrition is very, very important. Looking at all the butterflies flying around there. There's a bunch of them. Birds too. Just celebrating wildlife. I try to keep a habitat here for them. Otherwise, nothing's living out there. But I got a lot living in there. At first the neighbors were confused. Well, if you let it go to field, you'll get animals in there. I said, yeah. My point exactly. Something that I'm looking for. I don't want a sterile environment. I want animals, insects, snakes, mice, rabbits, raccoons, possums, deer, fish, turtles, frogs, toads, birds, hawks, eagles, vultures, dove, robins, blackbirds, and long-necked geese. I had to throw that one in there. All right, so getting ready for the third part of the finished product. And then I'll put together a big movie, big movie. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm going to put a lot of things in between for entertainment purposes.